The death of the K-pop star Moonbin has left fans in huge shock. Because of his early passing, the star's abrupt death is upsetting for everyone on the globe, not just his followers. In this video, we'll cover the real reason behind the death of Moonbin. Keep watching to find out. Moonbin, a well-known K-pop group Astro member, was found deceased at his home on Wednesday. Police believe the 25-year-old killed himself. The incident has sparked a wider debate regarding mental health and the high demands on people working in South Korea's entertainment industry. The real story will eventually come to light. Young celebrities have recently passed away in the country, a major East Asian entertainment market, with Moonbin being the most recent. Last week, actress Jung Chae-yull's body was discovered at her residence. Sulli and Goo Hara, two K-pop artists, committed suicide in 2019. There are many more cases. Sadly, most passed away when they were just 20 or 30. Due to its strict training and work schedules, demanding standards of beauty, and intrusive evaluation of celebrities' private lives, the South Korean entertainment industry, a large part of the known Korean wave, has come under criticism worldwide. The Korean wave, often called Hallyu, is the term used to describe the fast growth of Korean pop media on a global scale. This includes music, television dramas, which gave rise to the new genre of K-drama, films, and more. The phrase was first used in the late 1990s. It became widely known in the early 2000s when Korean entertainment and culture became more well-known throughout other Asian countries. Since then, the Korean wave has spread to other regions, particularly the US, Europe, and Latin America. It has helped in enhancing the country's soft power abroad and enhancing its standing in the world. Because of its potential for economic growth and capacity to promote Korean ethnicity and culture abroad, the nation's government has actively backed it. Moonbin had his modeling debut in 2004. He was born in Cheongju, North Chungcheong Region, Central South Korea, in 1998. A few years later, the Korean pop group TVXQ, who inspired him to pursue singing, featured him in their music video for their song Balloons. Before signing with the company Fantagio, Moonbin appeared in the popular television show Boys Over Flowers in 2009. He spent several years honing his talent before making his Astro debut in 2016, featuring the song Hide and Seek. It is unquestionably the case that the Korean wave has helped South Korea become an international player in the entertainment world in the past few years. But there is a negative side to this rise. Despite all the flash and luxury, the Korean wave has a real cost, especially to the nation's youth. Youths in South Korea are now expected to adapt to the international views on Korean pop culture, thanks to the Korean wave. Young people are more likely to undertake cosmetic surgeries due to this, with many of them being pressured to meet the unrealistic standards of beauty promoted by the Korean entertainment industry. The Korean wave has ushered in a fresh set of social norms and standards for youths, despite the pressure to appear in a specific way. Youths who feel compelled to keep a certain online standing and image may experience increased stress and anxiety due to their constant desire to be online and active on social networking sites. Since social networks are where the Korean wave has grown most prominent and influential, South Korean teens are always expected to be connected and active. In addition, the K-wave supports South Korea while offering an arena for its cultural impact on the rest of the world, but this interest has been clouded by tragedy, as per The Diplomat. Despite specific groups' attempts to provide a volatile image, it claims that weak pillars support the K-pop industry. The study makes the case that K-pop companies need to answer for abuse, suicide, slave labor contracts, strict training schedules, no dating rules, sexual harassment, and the sexualization of minors. Just over half of the nation's youth, according to a 2014 survey, had suicidal thoughts that year. In short, South Korea ranks the highest level of suicide among rich countries. The popular entertainment industry was already present in South Korea when Lee Soo-man founded SM Entertainment Company in 1996. But Mia's study argues that Lee's impact on the music industry effectively gave origin to current K-pop, bringing in an entirely different set of idols who were to go on to lead the regional and eventually worldwide markets. Lee created a simple plan that included identifying talent early on, getting training, and appearing as a member of an idol band that was important to the era. The initial generation of K-pop singers took inspiration from Seo Taiji and Boys, considered the pioneers of K-pop and influential in changing the country's censorship laws. As K-pop became more well-known, more labels appeared. But the big three of SM, JYP, and YG were allowed to cruise along due to the money its top artists were pulling in, while smaller enterprises found it far more difficult to break even, according to Mia. Many labels adopted a system in which idols were required to return the cost of their training, including singing, dancing, and language lessons, and living costs if their work started producing revenue. Additionally, they would be bound by contracts that indicated they would let their labels control every aspect of their lives, including their diets, romantic relationships, and social activities, to protect the label's image and the precisely created profiles of each idol. When they were barely 12 or 13 years old, aspirant idols trying to realize their dreams would often end up signing contracts of this nature, with contracts that would last up to 10 years. This agreement came to be referred to as a slave contract. Ed Times says these agreements are naturally exploitative because idols must adhere to strict standards of weight, dress, and appearance. According to the South China Morning Post, male and female trainees are kept rigorously isolated by K-pop agencies in a bid to avoid any risk of the greatest teenage distractions of all: love, getting in the way of their career training. Rosé, a member of Blackpink, revealed on the talk show Radio Star in 2017 that male and female members weren't even allowed to look at or greet each other or sit in the same room. Alternate meal hours would be created to achieve this, and those in charge of the girls would keep a tight watch to ensure no boys got out or even blocked the sight of any males going through. According to the reveal, once a group makes its debut, the rules are relaxed and musical collaboration is promoted. JYP Entertainment, the agency for Twice and GOT7, is famous for following a strict no-dating rule until 3 years after an artist first gains fame. In a 2015 interview, its founder Park Jin-young explained the rule: "It's only for 3 years. Then I'll cover dinner, and they can invite their partners over." It's common to bring up the 3-year countdown, as JYP idols often get asked how much time is left in their 3rd year. Being an icon in South Korea is far from being a star in Asia or a Western nation like the US or the UK. All artists, with a couple of those at the highest rank, often put in too much and get paid too little in the nation's brutally tough entertainment sector. Even celebrities are locked into extremely harsh contracts that are difficult to escape. Artists are exposed to severe press attention and criticism because they uphold the nation's reputation and image. Any small error or mistake can have serious repercussions. My mourning Moonbin's death, many fans came to Twitter. "It's always the people who smile the most who suffer the greatest," one of Moon's fans wrote. "When the sky shines beautifully, we'll think of you, and when the stars shine bright, we will think of you. We hope Moonbin is now in a much better place and resting in peace." That's all for today. Thank you for watching. But before we confess our final goodbye, please note new videos are uploaded every day on Celebrity Gossip. To never miss any updates on your favorite celebs, if you like this video, please think about subscribing to our channel by clicking the subscribe button below.